Hey everyone, welcome to the third video of this native SEO course. Okay, so let's talk about what is SEO. Plain and simple. Search engine optimization is the process of optimizing your website for search engines. It is the process of making improvements on and off your website in order to improve online visibility and gain more exposure in search engine results. The intent of SEO is to increase organic traffic. Improving your SEO will lead to more website visitors, more leads, and increase in sales. And more exposure in search engine results will ultimately lead to more visitors finding you for the right reasons and going to your website. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you have found it using a search engine. YouTube is one of the most popular search engines right now. In order to understand what improvements will affect search engine results, let's take a step back and understand the goal of search engines themselves. At the heart of it all, search engines are trying to find and understand all the content that are out there on the internet. Its goal is to provide the users with the most relevant and authoritative results based on their search query by understanding user search intent. First, let's talk about relevance. When a user searches for something like dog food, search engines show a list of results that are relevant to the search query from all the indexed pages. Search engines will analyze all the web pages that might have anything on this topic and provide you with the pages that they believe are the most relevant to your search query, which in this case is dog food. They determine this by analyzing lots of different factors that they use to rank content. Even though this number is disputed, Google have over 200 ranking factors. This includes how your content is written and implemented in code, as well as how other websites are linking to your content. All of these ranking factors are stuffed into a sophisticated search algorithm that Google uses to rank your content. Using this complex algorithm, a search engine is able to rank and display all of those indexed web pages in order of relevance and authority in just a fraction of a second of you typing your query or keyword. This is very important to understand because search engines make a very clear distinction between content that's about best dog food versus another phrase like buy dog food. These are two different search queries that might have different intent. Search engines are able to understand quite a bit about semantics and thematic connection between words and concepts. It understands what the user is actually looking for. This is where search intent comes in place. There are four types of search intent: informational, navigational, transactional, and commercial. For example, let's take the keyword dog food. The phrase dog food is a broad term. It specifically doesn't reflect user search intent. If you type in dog food in Google, you're probably looking to buy dog food or want to know about the food that dogs like. Or you might want to compare between different brands of dog food. So this is a very generic term. Google will show you a list of websites that might be selling dog foods or have information related to dog food. On the other hand, if you search for a more specific phrase like best dog food brand, Google will probably show you a list of articles about the best dog food. This is an informational search query, which means you're looking to find information about best dog food brand. But Google might also show you some websites that are selling dog foods because this search query also reflects a slight commercial intent. Google knows that you might be thinking about buying some dog food after you are done researching. Thus, websites that sell dog foods are also relevant, but maybe a little less so. If you're searching the term buy dog food, Google will only show you websites that are selling dog foods rather than any article because your intent is very clear. You want to make a purchase and not interested in reading a list of articles about dog food. The other important factor that influences this search engine exposure is authority. There are literally millions of content that are being published every day, and not all of it are quality content. With so much content being published, it is extremely difficult to get enough exposure online. Think about it this way. The internet is a lawless world where everyone can share anything. But unfortunately, Google can only show very few search results on the first page. There can be millions of web pages that are relevant to the search query best dog food. But only top 10 most relevant and authoritative websites will show up on the first page of Google. So, is your website a trusted place on the internet that search engine can rely on and want to show to their users? Google and other search engines show content and websites that are authoritative, which means content that people will find useful, relevant, and most importantly, trustworthy. One way search engines determine the authority of a website or content is by evaluating what other websites or people think about your content. When other websites link out to your content, it reflects that your content has some useful information and other websites can vouch for it. You can think of backlinks as a vote on the internet. Other websites that like your content will refer it to their users. A web page linking to a website is like saying, "Hey, I trust your content enough and found it useful, so I'm referring your page to my audience so they can also explore your content." It is a vote of trust that the search engine used to determine the authority of a website or content. But it's not just about getting more backlinks. A lot of people think that acquiring more backlinks will rank their content on top of search results, so they focus on getting more backlinks rather than creating quality content. This is a flawed thinking. Search engines have safeguards to prevent this kind of abuse. Search engines emphasize on the quality of the link instead of quantity. A backlink coming from a well-reputed and authoritative website is more powerful than 10 backlinks from shady or new sites. A link coming from a 1-month-old site that isn't relevant to your industry or have nothing to do with your content is not going to be valued nearly as much. From search engines' perspective, some backlinks are more effective than others. Understanding how important relevance, intent, and authority are to a search engine will help us to both understand and improve these factors, and will ultimately lead to better search engine exposure and better user experience, increasing your website visitors. In the next video, we'll try to understand search engine results page. If you find this video useful, make sure to give it a like. If you have any comments, please let us know in the comment section below and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos. Until then, take care and I'll see you in the next video.